This week, we hit the hardwood with a 19-year-old YouTube sensation and basketball player currently playing at Northwestern State University in the beautiful state of Louisiana. You've seen him dunking on Sports Center and inspiring all of us each and every day. He's playing basketball with only one arm, the one and only Hansel Enmanuel.
Let's go. Oh.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast. I'm DK, joined as always with my best friend of 25 years, Rip. We got Nick B in the house. We are one stars. With the help of 5 stars, we're getting a little bit better in life. This week, Rip went to the Dominican Republic. Rip, this is a guy that a lot of people wanted to get their hands on. English is a second language. Nevertheless, he came in. What a great story. What an amazing interview. Another one, Rip. Another one under the radar that I think guys like Jim Rome are going to be on, and Scott Van Pelt are going to be on pretty soon. One Star's got him first.
Yeah, another Christmas gift for the One Stars. We're a few days away here. DK, yeah, Hansel Enmanuel, true inspiration. I've been kind of seeing his videos dunking all over the place for the last couple of years, and he's finally playing D1 hoops, and he's really, setting an example and improving his game, and just an inspiration for people everywhere, especially hoopers.
A cool one. Happy holidays out there to all the listeners. Nick B, welcome to the show. Happy holidays to you, kind sir.
Thank you, bro. I'm very excited. We got the countdown. I think 6 days. What are we? 6 days? 5 days? 4 days?
Nick B, in a true holiday mode, I sent an email for this Zoom to both of you, and I got an auto reply from Nick B's email. I want to ask you about this, Nick B, because it was kind of funny to me. The first line, Nick Barton, Pro Financial Insurance Guru. Thank you for your email. I am now checking my email twice per week. For faster service, please see below. And then you have all the contacts that hit you up. Is that holiday mode, Nick B, or what's going on? Twice a week? Seriously?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is new. This is new, Nick B. This is going into 2023. I'm in a leadership program. Shout out to my girl Danielle Smink. Got me hooked up with my guy Darren Hardy. And he's kind of teaching people to kind of just take control of your timeline, take control of your life and how you spend your time. And this has been the first week that I've had that on there, and I've gotten a lot of feedback. So I definitely need to tweak some things. One of the links doesn't work, etc. But shout out to my new business partner, Claudia. She helped me put that thing together. And yeah, we're going with that, dude. I mean, I didn't go immediately with the digital matrix verbiage that Darren Hardy uses, but that's what's up, dude. Nick B is going to be checking his email twice per week in 2023.
Nick B, a fellow one star working on his star rating. Even rich millionaires need coaching in life, Nick B. That's the lesson here. You keep it going, man. I appreciate you. Very happy holidays. Hey, happy holidays to us, fellas. Straight up. Calvin Johnson, last week's episode. Friend of the pod, great human being, Megatron, our most listened to episode of all time. Who would have thought? Big round of applause.
That is awesome. Do we have a sound for that? Like a lot of people clapping, or I guess we'll just do it.
You just did it. Very good. That's very good. But our number one, we've had some bigger ones, when we hit Indiana University and some other big alumni that really get behind some of our guests, we see those numbers skyrocket. I was a little bit surprised, Rip, not going to lie.
I was surprised too. I mean, I knew Calvin Johnson was a good get because he doesn't do a lot of pods. He's top 5 receiver of all time. But I think, can you call Detroit? Is Detroit considered the Midwest? Because if you boil it down, I mean, DK, we always talk about our Indiana episodes. Like, if Detroit is considered the Midwest, I think we might be onto something here because all our top episodes have come from the Midwest at this point.
I think we're nice guys in the Midwest, nice humans in the Midwest, good people all over the country, all over the world. But I don't want to, because there's like 17 countries too, Nick B, just so you know, 17 countries got a little Nick B action to inspire them on this Megatron episode. So I don't want to go back too far, and I just want to give us a pat on the back. It's always, that's the fun thing about podcasting. It's one of these things that we're doing. It's that we throw out there into the world, add some value, but you never know. One episode can, be a little bit crazy. One tweet, I texted this to Rip. One tweet sometimes, one posting can sometimes change the trajectory of not only that project, but maybe even your life. It's a crazy time to be alive. Feel very blessed. Thank you for the gift, listeners, is my point of all of that crap. And if you did not listen to the Calvin Johnson episode, check it out. Both him and Nick B do smoke joints in their garage. 100% confirmed. So check out that episode. I also got a happy holidays, Rip, for the Valley of the Sun, our hometown, Nick's hometown. The people of Phoenix, Arizona. Looks like we have a buyer for the Phoenix Suns. His name is Matt Ishbia. Did I say that right, Rip?
I have no idea, but it's better than Sarver is all I can tell you.
He's better than Sarver. It looks like Matt Ishbia. He's the president and CEO of a company called United Wholesale Mortgage. Why this ties together? He is Michigan-based, so it's a Michigan-based company. In fact, he held my mortgage for about 3 years until I refinanced and got a little bit of a better deal, before the shit started. So I paid this guy some money during my day at United Wholesale Mortgage. Not sure what we're getting into, but it'll be better than Sarver. Happy holidays to the people of Phoenix and Phoenix Suns fans. You know what's happening, Nick B? A little bit in Phoenix. I think that we're going under the radar. Devin Booker, and I'm going to get to this interview real quick because it's so good and it kind of is basketball centric. Nick B, Devin Booker had 50 points under the radar. Chris Paul's hitting big shots in the fourth quarter and being the leader he needs to be. I like this Phoenix Suns team going into the playoffs than the number one most wins Phoenix Suns team. Am I crazy?
I agree. No, I think you're spot on, bro, because when, they don't have that target on their back, I think that we struggled having that target on our back. So I would agree with you. It's kind of nicer to come in gelling a little bit more without that number one best record target on your back. Great call.
New ownership. It's kind of just under the radar, but Book's still doing it. Rip, we're watching. You're texting me. I know you're up watching, man. So good things in Phoenix. Good things for the one-star recruits. Good things all around. One more quick NBA thing, Rip. I got to bring this up. I don't know how it touched me. I think it was maybe during the holidays that we did do this, but one of my favorite basketball memories was my first trip to Staples Center. It was in 2000 and it was with you. And it was to see Darius Miles. He was part of the beloved, I don't know what they called them then, the Baby Clippers teams at that time. The team was headlined by Quentin Richardson, Lamar Odom, Keon Dooling, Corey Maggette, all of our guys, Rip, all of our favorites. They played the Seattle Supersonics, if I'm right. And you tell me if I'm wrong. Gary Payton, right? Rashad Lewis. We had a young Earl Watson on that squad. I think that might be one of my top adult NBA moments of my life. My first trip to Staples to see the Seattle Supersonics and that young Clippers team play. What's yours, Rip? Favorite adult basketball experience?
I mean, at this point, I'd have to say taking my kid to his first NBA game because he's so into hoops and, just changes your perspective on things. But it was also at that same arena, meaningless Clippers versus Kings game, but to see how he was seeing that game through his eyes, how excited he was the whole time, standing up, cheering. Nick B knows, man, that's a crazy feeling.
Got to be a great moment. That was actually, too, if I remember, that was the first time that I ever sat in the lower levels. Was I right on the teams and the dates, Rip, of that Clippers Seattle game, 2000?
Definitely those players for the Clippers. I mean, yeah, Odom. I think Elton Brand might have been in there. Some great jerseys. Those
lower level baseline seats. First time I ever sat downstairs.
Probably buy one get one free in those days at Staples for the Clippers. They were giving away tickets back then.
Great moment, man. That got me hooked on hoops there. Nick B, you got a favorite adult basketball memory? I know you're not a big basketball guy because you're so busy with your businesses. You get out to any basketball games?
Actually, bro, I got to give you some props, DK. My best basketball experience as an adult is at I believe it's the Oracle Arena where the Golden State Warriors were playing I want to see Miami Heat, but I don't think it was. I could be wrong on that. But you got me and my boy Kevin Lynch. Shout out Kevin, who's now moved over to Germany. I don't know if you do that, but so we got some listeners over in Germany. But dude, that was the best NBA experience getting into that Golden State Warriors game, bro. Thank you again.
Oracle, yeah. Nick B got out there when Oracle was really the livest place in the league for sure. Good memories. Well, straight up. The next guest loves basketball. He loves his grandma. He's somebody, he's somebody who could be in basketball memories, especially if you're living in Louisiana. Get out to the Demons. Get out to Northwestern State University and get some tickets and go watch this guy play. Enjoy this interview with Hansel Enmanuel.
Now joining the One Star Recruits podcast, we have a native of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, a 19-year-old hooper for the Northwestern State University Demons in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and a kid who has made more money from NIL deals in the past 6 months than most of us One Stars make in our entire lives. Hansel Enmanuel, welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast. You've been on our radar for a couple of years with all the viral videos and millions of views, so we're glad to have you here on the podcast. You were born and raised in the Dominican Republic. For people in the United States who have never been to the DR, let us know a few things about your home country. What was life like there growing up for you?
Hard. Nothing is easy. Like you have to like make it, but make yourself and like on the right thing. Like you have to like if you like if you go to the R where I grew up, like my neighborhood, like I come from the hood, you know.
Mhm.
So it was very hard for me, for my family, like everybody there, like it's hard to be some like big, like famous. It's like hard for be like that, you know, for be somebody in the life, you know, like because it's like it's nothing, like you don't got opportunity, like in United States you got a lot of opportunity, you know, like it's hard to find a work some like it's very hard for real, like it's hard. The
I-
art is different, like it's not for you can find an opportunity, like you have to like get like God bless you, like you know, but you have to work more hard for God bless you, you know.
And you've been working hard. I know you kind of have said before, it's really you're
Yeah.
starting from the bottom, and with everything you're doing through basketball, what to you is something that you'd like to bring back to the DR someday and inspire change with something you can bring back to your country with everything you're doing through basketball?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like right now I'm be like the biggest inspiration like on the world, if I can say it like that, you know, because like my mom said, like everybody looking me like you know like the inspiration, you know. So I'm proud of myself, but I don't feel like that because that's not my real goal, you know. So my real goal is make it to the NBA and do the right thing for my grandma and my family, you know. We come from nothing, like from the bottom, like I didn't even know nothing about basketball. Like I was growing up like my dad on the yard, he was pro, but like that's not like you know, it's not the real league, you know.
Mhm.
So I was looking my my idol, you know, my father was my idol when I was little. So that was like motivation for me for keep going to for my family because it was like two person in my family can give give something for us, like you know, it was my dad and my mom and my grandma, sorry. So it was very hard for us.
That's so true with the support system, especially in the Dominican. Hansel, I'm going to try a question in Spanish. Okay. So you give me the thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm going to try it. This could be good. This could be bad. Who knows? Okay, here we go.
Alright.
Cereza en la República Dominicana, el béisbol es enorme. ¿Quiénes son algunos de tus jugadores de béisbol favoritos?
I don't watch baseball, but when I was little, I was playing basketball and baseball too because baseball is like you say, it's one of the biggest sport in the art. So we're really good in baseball. So I was trying to play baseball too because like you know like it's more money easy like in baseball, you know, it's fast. So I was trying to play, but like was like I like the energy. So I don't like the baseball is not the same, like you know.
Too slow.
Yeah, like it's slow. Like you staying like the whole night, everything. Like so, you have to wait for somebody. Like you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
like the energy. Like when somebody talk you, so you have to talk back, like back and forth, like you know, other stuff, like be running, like defense, all that stuff. So two guys right now, one Soto and Abe Pujol.
Pujols. Yeah.
He gonna retire like.
Mhm.
Well, they too, like you know, they
He's
come.
almost as old as we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you, Hansel. So you started playing basketball at 6.
Yeah.
At what point did you start to think, this was fun, and then you thought maybe I could do this for a sport and make some money?
I always was trying to like because what I say like I come from the hood, you know. So was like I was doing for fun because that was my mom put me like trying to play basketball because I didn't even care about nothing. Like, you know, like I was down because, you know, I lost my aunt. Like to a little kid, it's like, you feel me? Like it's weird.
Yeah.
So I was doing like I like the street. That's what I like. I know it feel like weird, but that's not the way I want to say.
Yeah.
But I come from it's different the other here. So I was doing basketball and baseball for fun. I didn't even try. But when I come my first time to the United States was 13 for a camp. They told me like they were seeing like I got talent, but I didn't want to do like I when I was serious. So when I come here to United States my first time, I was excited because my mom was here too, and like it was like that's where I wanna go. Like everybody wanna like every Latino wanna come here to United States because there's a lot of opportunity, you know. So I was excited, like a little kid, you know. I was excited. I didn't know it was pay attention about basketball. I was like, I'm in United States.
Yeah.
So when I was like the first game, I was see damn they support like the sport, like every sport they support. I didn't even was like on social media. I didn't even have social media and all that stuff. So that was the time I know they I hear like they support the sport or the like every sport just support. So I was damn that's good. Like I can't if I do this, like I was talking to my mind, like to myself, like if I do this, like he like he make it, I can maybe I can get a lot of money. Because I see like LeBron James, all that, like
Mhm.
say oh. So when the camp, like I didn't play good because like I said, I didn't was like pay attention to a basketball. I was excited with my mom that like was a long time I didn't see my mom and my little bro too, and my sister. So I was trying to with my family, you know. I was like, she like basketball fun. Like when I go back to the yard, I was thinking like God was putting on my mind like do this like the basketball, you know. I was started to keep working on myself and my training and my dad too. So I said like, damn, I'm gonna do this for real. Like if I want to do something, like I'm gonna do it for real. Like I'm gonna do it from my heart. So
Nice.
I said, come on, God was with me. Like every time He was with me. So I was working hard like every day. I was missing class. Like I didn't even go to school. Like I was like focusing on basketball. Like get better every time. Like I was on the court like 24 hours for real. Like I was going like sit like I would call like 5 to 8 to the court and go to training like wave all that stuff. And after like I was eating with my grandma because I love my grandma. That's my big thing right now. Like my grandma. That's why I keep going like for my grandma.
You've come so far in just a few years. You've officially been a Division I player now for a few months down at Northwestern State. I want to talk about NIL for a second because it's still very new. You're at actually the number one on the list of earners in all of college basketball right now. Numero uno. How do you go about maximizing those NIL opportunities while also still being able to focus on school and improving your game on the court?
I mean, that's God. Like I said, like God was with me everything, like every time. Like every answer I'm gonna give it to you, like first is God. Like, you know, I didn't even know I was get the NIL because I didn't even play, you know? Like I didn't even know like everybody was looking for me like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was every day keep working, like practice, like, you know, trying to get better. But it's different. Like I'm freshman too, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even know I got contract like that. And I thank God for giving this for real. Like this is the best. This is one of the goal I was trying to get, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You did it, Hansel. We thank God for you. You're such an inspiration. And the way that you talk about your grandma and your support group, you're very inspiring. And listeners, I just want to be clear so you know, Hansel has no deals with Gatorade, Adidas, T-Mobile, and he could really, really ball. shout out some of the people who are taking care of you, Hansel, on the business side of things, because that's always very important. Do you have a team that's helping you with the business side?
Yeah, my team see us as sport. See us as sport. Like that's my age, like, you know.
Is the agency? Yeah, we'll put it in the
Yeah.
show notes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I appreciate it every time. Like, you know, they helping me everything. Like was hard for me. I got deal with J. Cole too.
Nice.
I got deal from DR from with one bank to DR. So yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, Hansel. Here's the question that I need to know. Where can I get that number 24 Demons jersey? Is there any merch online I can buy?
I don't know yet because I'm trying to get for my mom and my dad, on my grandma. I trying to get, but I didn't find it. So I'm gonna keep asking so I can know if I can buy.
Let's go. Keep it moving.
We'll get Jason on that over there. So the fans out there can wear that same jersey you wear. You've been in Natchitoches for a few months now, like we mentioned. What has the transition been like to being a college student in a smaller town in Louisiana? It's a campus of about 8,000 students, kind of a smaller school. Is that more your vibe than a huge campus in a big city?
I don't feel like nothing different about it. The only difference is like you said, like it's more time. But like I don't care none of that stuff. Like I care like play ball. That's what I don't want. Like play ball and get better. And pray to God every day. They are like the key for be somebody in the future is like pray to God, He gonna bless you. Like put God first in everything. That's why like that's all they enter right now. Like put God first everything.
That's what it is, and it seems like the perfect kind of town for transitioning over to that bigger step in Division 1. I'm gonna try a question in Spanish now too, like DK did. I just I want to make you more comfortable, and then I want our listeners to make fun of our accents here. Let's try it here. Obtuviste tus primeros puntos universitarios el fin de semana pasado. Muchas felicidades por eso. ¿Qué pasa con el nivel de juego que has visto hasta ahora en D1? ¿Dónde crees que puedes mejorar más para salir más a la cancha?
Appreciate you first. Thank you. And like it's nothing different. Like I did the same move, I did the same down. Like I know is play V. That's how I had to get better on defense. Like that's why I don't play more right now because I had to get better on defense. On defense. That's why I care right now in free throw. I had to get better on free throw and on defense.
Defensive free throws. Yeah, always it goes back to defense and free throws. I love that mentality. You've done so many things already that people would never be able to do. Let's talk about a couple of your goals here. Maybe let's do 1 year from now, 5 years from now, and 20 years from now. What's the dream where you would like to see basketball take you with the help of God and your family?
I'm gonna give you the answer, but I'm gonna explain to everything. Because I like explaining it like because this is not easy. Like I'll be doing it's not easy. Like what we doing is not easy. So like 100%, I got like 67%. I make my goal. Like my first goal was like how for my grandma. I got it. Like no, my first goal was like make it to like trying to get to United States. I make it. My second was my grandma's house. Like that was a kill. Like I was with my mind. Like I had to kill this. Like everybody on the phone me. Like every game I did this. Like I was trying to get famous for for get more like deal. Like for get more money. I get it. Like right now I'm gonna be focused in my game. Like get better. Like right now this is one of my dreams in college basketball. D1, I'm here. Like I'll be doing like a lot of stuff like not everybody doing. Like I appreciate God be with me like every time. But my goal right now is to get better on defense, in free throw, and I know I'm gonna make it. Like if I got that two teams, that's gonna be over.
Focused, Hansel.
Because like everything gonna come easy. Like, if I play right, like I can be like, everything going easy. So
I see big things in the future. Last question. Last pregunta. Who is a basketball player that you've always wanted to meet but haven't had the chance yet? Maybe somebody you looked up to growing up or somebody you hope to meet in the future. The bald man right here in the video is very good at connecting people, Hansel. He might be able to make some connections for you.
my big one was LeBron James. Or like, I don't know if we're not gonna talk about that. Like,
He hasn't reached out to you. You haven't met him yet?
No, I didn't met yet, but like that's not my favorite yet because something about basketball. Like I don't like basketball like that. No, I like hooping. Like people.
You're not a fanboy. You're a hooper. You're not a fanboy.
Yeah, I like KD. He can hoop. Yeah. KD and Kyrie, they can hoop for real. KD is the man.
KD is the man.
Have you met KD yet?
No, I didn't mean like the only player I mean is like Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, Kyrie Irving, Trae Young.
Well, it's KD and LeBron. Let's see if we can get a dinner down in Natchitoches somewhere after the season's over. Maybe Hansel, KD, and LeBron. Let's go. Let's go. Hey,
you're just starting your college journey, 10 games in. You guys have some really big games coming up against Baylor and Texas A&M later this month. We're talking ESPN, ABC, calling all the networks. We need more Demons games on TV so we can see Hansel ball out. We're trying to get grandma another house.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, bro, for being a great example of a young athlete overcoming obstacles and being hungry to succeed. You're a true inspiration, and we appreciate you so much being on the One Star Recruits, Hansel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks again to Northwestern State Demons, freshman guard Hansel Enmanuel. Shout out to the communications guy down there, Jason Pugh. Look, I know Hansel doesn't do a lot of pods, DK, but I hope we were a good rep for him because, as we said before, English is his second language. Like, as you saw in that interview, Spanish is our second language by far. But Hansel, man, I did think he did a great job, and I'm excited to see what the future has in store for him. Do you think, look, he's a freshman. He talked about, his number one thing now. He's got the money. He's got, the fame. It's improving his game. Do you think he has a shot at the NBA? And I'm asking that because all the things he's done so far, DK, I mean, he's made it literally from the bottom out of the Dominican Republic, lost his arm at 6 in an accident. He's already overcome a lot. Do you think there's a chance that we could see him in the league someday?
I think we could see him in a league someday. And that's no derogatory, not in a bad way. I think the NBA is the best of the best of the best. And even to make it to the G League is incredibly hard. To play Division I basketball he's already rammed through the ceiling and busted through this thing. So never say never. There's a guy from UCF on the Seattle Seahawks, Griffin, who played with some disabilities in the pros, and I think he just recently retired. Anything is possible. If I had to buy stock in what league, I would say he probably will have a great career in a international league rep. Maybe something like your cousin Trevor's playing in Jamaica, or something back in Puerto Rico, possibly even over in Europe. So that would be my guess. But with his attitude, I think his threshold for greatness is bigger than basketball, and I think he'll inspire others his entire life. That's my take on the whole damn thing.
I agree, and I'll never doubt a kid like him. How far he can go is really the sky's the limit. Because I know the number one thing in the NBA is athleticism. He has that. He's learned to play with one arm already, and I'm just looking forward to how the journey plays out for him.
So here we go, Nick B. Hey,
well, Nick B is kind of difficult. Well, no, hold on. Before we get into that, hold on. Let me just give my take. Shout out to my man, Jim Abbott, dude. I mean, I think, back in the 50s, if you said there was going to be a one-armed pitcher, people would be like, you're crazy. But bro, what was that, 80s, late 80s, early 90s, maybe late 90s? Jim Abbott as a pitcher throwing with one arm, dude. If you guys don't know that, Google search that up. it's an amazing story, and I'm sure a lot of people told him no. So
Great point.
Right.
yeah,
One of the best flows, Jim Abbott, in the way that he wound up and transferred his glove. Such great flow, and he struck people out, man. Jim Abbott, possibly good pod guest, Rip, in the future.
there we go. There we go.
Little
right,
known
now-
fact, I got his cell phone number in my contacts list.
Of course you do. Of course.
Whoa, wow. That's
Let's
awesome.
do it.
Good technique, but yeah, check it out. It's a good interview. It's one of those inspirational 5-star human being things, and that's what we're gonna keep doing on this podcast. I'm holding up a jersey, another 5-star.
Vamos. All right, vamos to a la Messi. Bro, that's the wrong jersey though, bro. You got to get that Barcelona jersey out of here. I mean, Nota Begay probably has that jersy, and his kids
Absolutely.
probably have that jersey. But get that out of here, bro.
Old Messi jersey. Fuck it. I'm in. I was out.
He's converted.
I don't. Let's back it up, Mom. You know, my mom likes to tango dance, so she loves Argentina. She was rooting for Argentina too. Big tango dancing capital of the world. Argentina with the amazing win. Great win. Great game, match, whatever, Nick B. But World Cup, man, I just got to say, way to show up. I'm doing a curtsy. Way to fucking show up. Way to, and then you sucked me way back in. 5 a.m. wake up call for me. Coffee. Took my eyes a couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes to accept that the TV is on in this darkness. You know, that moment when you're like, your eyes are pissed off that you turned on the TV. But then I was there, and you know what? Boring. Turn it on, boring. Oh, here we go. Kimmy wakes up. Boring. And then it begins. The fireworks begin. So, fellas, Rip, you first. 1, did you watch? 2, what was your setup? 3, describe your feelings.
Yeah, and I mean the listeners know I have a little bit of a connection to Argentina because of the nanny who lived in our house for a couple of years is from there, and so I was going hard for them all the way. Messi, everybody. Yeah, man, I agree. Curtsy, bow, double clap to the World Cup because man, that final was amazing. And even before the final, I was watching way more soccer than I ever had. The thing is, I don't know that this is going to turn me into a soccer fan. I mean, I'll watch again in 4 years. I might even go to a match over here since in the U.S., but I don't know. I can't get into the Premier League and all that stuff, but total bow to the World Cup because that was an amazing final.
What was your setup? Describe your feelings.
Yeah, I mean, I was up at 7. I turned it on, and those 2 goals right away. The comeback with Mbappe with the 2 goals in like 2 minutes, and then the penalty kicks. Look, I do have a little bit of an issue.
Were you doing a little screaming, a little jumping? Was there excitement in the house?
Yeah, we actually we're going to church on Sunday at 10, and that thing went all the way up until like 5 minutes before, so it almost made us late. And man, but my kid was watching, and he actually had a crazy moment because he was so invested. There were so many emotions going on. He was pulling for France a little bit, but when he saw the players at the end from both teams down, crying, everything, he started crying. I mean, he's 6. And I had to console him. I had a moment. I was like, man, like this is sports for you, bro. There's so many emotions, winning and losing,
Look at a 6-year-old crying in the Estados Unidos who went to one LAFC. I'm going to pass the mic over to Nick B because I have a feeling just like the 6-year-old, we got another baby over. Nick B, did you watch? What was the setup? Describe your feelings. Did you record it or did you watch live? You're such a baby for recording things.
I'm gonna get better at that, bro. You're right. I didn't. I like an idiot. I got up early and I tried to go get my early morning work done so that I could watch it live because I knew my phone would be getting blown up. But I got distracted a little bit over there and then ended up. So I was on a delay. So I did put the phone away, watch it in my bedroom by myself, solo. That was the setup. No food. I think all I drank was water, which is kind of weird. But bro, you're 100% right, dude. Tears rolling down my face, man. I mean, I was so happy for Messi, and just the whole team, both squads, dude. I mean, and the fans. I mean, watching the kids, dude. I mean, it is very intense, highly emotional, and mad respect for all players on that field for sure.
I got one thing on that real quick because I mean, the thing that really jumps out to me is how much soccer means to countries like Argentina and even France. I mean, but a lot of other countries in the World Cup. Because here, I mean, if the U.S. was in the final, I mean, we wouldn't see a 1,000th of the emotion and investment from fans. But I mean, if you saw the videos in Buenos Aires, like not only after the final and after they won, but I'm talking like after a match in the knockout round, hundreds of thousands of people celebrating the streets. I mean, soccer is life over there, and it's incomparable. So that's crazy to me to see.
They had there's some drone footage I saw on some social media that was just crazy. It looked like it looked fake. It looked like a picture, like a, what do you call it? Pixelized picture. And then you go in, it's human beings. Major props. You know, what was the Argentine goaltender doing putting that trophy by his ween?
Oh, Martinez, dude. But first of all, Nick B is a goalkeeper, so I got mad love for him. Although I have to say, when United States lost to Argentina in the Copa America, but then also the Dutch. You know, when the Dutch were like, I was so upset and not happy and not rooting for him. But then, of course, you know, I got to come back, dude. The guy, he's a mental genius. I mean, he's a PK shootout specialist. But anyway, I don't know what he was doing with that DK. I did see that picture though.
I don't know if that was a move. I don't know if that's a funny thing, but I thought it was funny. I mean, I'm good, listeners. He took the World Cup trophy, the one Nick B so honors, and he just put it in his genital.
The one Nick B incorrectly said you could drink a beer out of. Such an idiot, bro. Who was it? Whoever that one star that called me out, Rip, and sent you that text in Nick B's line, dude. That was hilarious, dude. That's so true.
Another Nick B lie. But you know what, Nick B? A missed opportunity for FIFA. Another one. Just open that thing up so you can pour beer in it. Come on.
Totally agree, dude. But like, can I get I don't even have a ticker. Let me get 30 to 45 seconds of quick soccer talk for a minute, dude, because first, I also got to give mad respect and love to Morocco. The fact that they even got a quarterfinal, first team from Africa.
Country.
Yeah, first African country. But a couple of things that I wanted to mention on there. So a lot of people don't know this, but Messi and Mbappe actually both play for Paris Saint-Germain. They play on the same club team. Most people don't know that. Also, Neymar, best player for Brazil on that same team. So Paris, France has the dream team right now. A lot of people don't realize that. So most of these players on these international teams, the best of the best play on the best clubs, which is a really cool checks and balances. So next time you check out some soccer, Rip and DK, or you know, if it's in 4 years from now when it's the World Cup, it's really interesting when you see a squabble start to happen on the pitch, is what they call it over there in Europe. DK, get on that. But when there's a squabble on the field, usually it'll be two club players pulling the international players away from each other, and vice versa. In club football, when you watch, you know, Barcelona play Real Madrid, Barcelona play Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, these players, they're all on the same international squads together. So when they start to fight in the club game, there's always, you know, the Argentine players pull each other away so that they don't fight. So it's really an interesting checks and balances with the international and the club dynamic there. And then real quickly, the last thing I want to say too is I also don't like diving. I don't think anybody likes diving. I don't think if you watch somebody like barely get touched on the foot and then rolling around on the ground, like it's annoying, right? So as a big fan, I will agree that is total bullshit. And when I do start coaching, our teams are not going to do that. Like that is the lame stuff to do. But there was a moment in the final, which actually, sorry to divert again, mad respect to the finals referee. Refereeing is so difficult, and he kept that game in control. So many fantastic calls that were extremely difficult to make, including the penalty kick that Mbappe earned in extra time. You have to call that. So mad respect to him. But what I was going to say is there was a moment in the game where Stu, I forgot his last name, but also great announcer, Stu mentions how they basically, the referee did miss a call. And the call that he missed was like where the dude got clipped on the ankle pretty hard, but he didn't fall down. And he mentioned in that clip, he says, okay, the referee really needs to call that, because if the player's forced to go down to get the call, that's why they're going down with little contact and rolling. So It is getting better, I think. And I think that the replay is going to help as well. That's all I got. Hopefully that was some good knowledge for my two soccer fans that listen to this pod. But hey, we're growing, baby. Let's go.
Amazing soccer and insight, Nick B. That's a big reason why we have you on here, because it's the stuff DK and I don't watch. The one beef I do have is I do have a little bit of a problem with a match of that magnitude being decided by the penalty kicks. And I know there's a lot of talk about it all the time. Soccer fans say it's strategy and all that, but I mean, a lot of it does come down to guessing, and it is hard for me to accept that the World Cup final, it was decided on penalty kicks. But, you know, it's exciting. I'll tell you that much.
I agree. DK, what's your take on that? I mean, I agree with you, Rip. It's a sad story, but what do you think,
Everybody's
DK?
got something to say. That's fine. Everybody's always going to have something to say. Just entertain me. Your entertainment,
Pure
entertain.
entertainment. It was entertaining.
Great. You know, I'll see you in 4 years. I'm excited it's coming to North America. I was looking at the map. It's all spread out, Rip, in Mexico and Toronto and all these American cities. Maybe we'll one star something we'll put together for it. We're feeling it. But in the meantime, we'll keep your eye on MLS locally. Little rumblings in the jungle of Messi headed to Miami. He's old now, so living out his retirement. Little MLS, little Landon Donovan did the same shit. Ibrahimovic came over, did the same shit. So we'll see. Stay tuned.
Zlatan. You got a little Zlatan reference. Thank you, bro. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So MLS on the come up. And if you're in the city of Austin or Portland, go out and check out an MSL game. Those are the two best clubs in the MLS who do it as close to Europe so far. If you want to check out a really good experience. Enough soccer talk. So holiday week's upon us. All kinds of 5-star sports moments. The whole damn week was really good in sports. All the NFL games were super good. Obviously, this World Cup we just hyped up was super good. So much good. Sports is really good. I don't know. I tried to explain that to my wife, how amazing these, like that comeback with the Colts and the World Cup. I did. I said, this might be one of the greatest days in sports ever. She did not comprehend. But if you witnessed it, listeners, if you were part of it, I felt the energy with you. We also probably have some shitty moments. We have some 1-star moments of the weeks when we are 1-stars like everybody else. I'll lead off, fellas. I'll lead off. Mine's simple because I was sick. I was in a lot, so I didn't have a lot of moments in public to shite my pants or eat a booger in front of somebody or whatever we do sometimes. But I did make a chili relleno Amy's in the microwave. The routine is 4 minutes. Do a one inch cut, 4 minutes in the microwave, and then do another minute. Take it off and do another minute. Stir it around and do another minute. So I do my 4 minutes. I walk away, come back, and take the thing off. I'm supposed to do a minute. Guess what your boy does? 4 minutes.
Oh.
And I walk away.
You still eat it?
And I forget about it. If it Mount Fuji erupted at Mauna Loa in my microwave, bro. And I tried to do a push back in the bowl, and I was gone because I didn't have anything else to eat, and I was sick. I didn't want to go. So I tried to push back in the bowl, and I couldn't even muster myself to eat down the corn and the Amy. So rest in peace. Amy's cost $14.99 in Hawaii, people. That's a $14.99 and Mauna Loa blow up in my microwave for a 4-minute mistake. So 1-star that all the way to the house, Rip. How about you? Any 1-star moments?
Yeah, man. I have them every week. Sometimes it's hard to choose, but this week was an easy one because this is 1-star in itself. Have you guys ever had corns on your feet, like corns or bunions?
Yes.
Foot 1-star foot problems. I had 2 corns on the same foot. I don't know if it's for running or whatever. Yeah, this is gonna get gross. But so I was living with them for months, and it was a little painful running. They're like little, like that's what it is. Like feels like a little kernel of corn on the bottom of your foot. So every time you step down, there's a little bit of pain. But I found these corn removers at CVS or like Dr. Scholl's or whatever knockoff brand, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I bought them. There's a little like kind of Band-Aid things with medication on them that you put right on the corn, and it's supposed to remove it. They're literally called corn removers. So I put them on the foot. I had them on there for about 3 days, and sure enough, one of them just took the thing right out. I took the Band-Aid off, and it fell out. I was like, hell yeah! It leaves your skin kind of like you've been sitting in a bathtub for like 3 days. It's really wrinkly, but it takes a while to heal. But the other one didn't work. So I spent all this time with the corn remover on my foot, and the corn is still there. So I got 1 down, 1 to go, but that's my 1-star moment of the week. I don't know if it's having corns or living with that thing for 3 days on my foot and not doing anything. But
why you got to bring up corn after I brought up corn in my chili relleno? And then you got to bring up corns, foot corns.
Corn theme, man. What's
and let's just mention that it's 2.5-star moment of the week, bro. If you got 1 of 2 of those, dude, that's 50%. That's a good.
That's a great call. Yeah.
Nick B could probably use that on his HPV to pull off some of that HPV.
What's an HPV, bro? I don't even know what HPV is. Oh, fuck, bro. What is that? What's an HPV? Now you gotta let me know. I just learned what an NPC is, bro. What's an HPV?
Oh, don't worry about it, Nick B. You probably got the RSV anyway, too. What's your 1-star?
I don't got the RSV. What is that, bro? I don't know what that is either, bro.
Everybody's got a little something, brother. What's your 1-star moment of the week, Nick B?
Jeez. All right. Well, before I go into my 1-star moment of the week, I'll just say that yours doesn't surprise me one bit, bro, as being one of your ex roommates. Those types of blunders happen all the time, bro. I feel bad for Kimmy right now, just being your current roommate. But
I have an excuse though. It's because the power went out at my place and the clock didn't reset on the microwave. Maybe not. Maybe onward. Go ahead, Nick B.
yeah. You're digging yourself.
One star excuse right there.
Yeah, for real. All right. Well, Nick B's 1-star moment of the week is ordering. So I'm gonna. This is an audio pod, but we are doing video. I'm gonna show DK. I went ahead and purchased the Tascam Mini Studio Creator, so I'd have better audio on this exact pod that we're on now. But as you can see, it's not plugged in. So a couple 1-star moments. One, I don't even have the right connections to connect this fancy mic that's also not working. Into that. So I got my wired connected Apple headphones in. But really the 1-star moment was just buying this thing. So DK told me, hey, have your wife buy you this thing. I sent it to Lauren. 2 days ago, this thing shows up at Amazon. She looks at me with the straightest face. She says, what is that? And I'm like, it's for the pod. And she's like, you sent me that to buy you for Christmas. And that's already under the tree wrapped up. And I was like, oh man. So there's my 1-star moment, bro. I sent her the thing to buy me and I went and bought my own thing.
Have two. Send it to Rip. This is good. Rip needs one too.
Perfect. Because I told her, I was like, the one that you got me is probably better than the one that I bought. So maybe I'll keep them both. She's like, no, you're not keeping them both. You're returning one.
You return or you give one to Rip. It's great. It's a Tascam. It's a mini, for anybody who wants to get into podcasting, it's a mini studio. It just is like kind of a single audio mixing board that helps equalize stuff and volume and all that stuff. So 1-star, but could be 5 stars if you want to share that well. Send it up to Rip.
Nick B got too much on his mind. This is what the 2 times a week email check-in is going to help with.
Exactly.
Take some of that off your mind, and you won't forget about those things.
Why we're getting coached. That's why we're getting coached. Cool, Nick. I'm glad you got that, though. We'll work through getting you what you need. I think you just need 2 connections that are pretty easy to get that set up. Good. All right, 1-star moments. On the flip side, how about some recommendations of the week? Some good stuff we can share, and we'll wrap up this podcast. Rip, what's a 1-star moment of the week that you're proud of that made you feel good?
Bro, you did it again. You mean wreck of the week? You said 1-star moment of the week again.
We keep back to back because I fuck up every time.
Just keep fucking it up, bro. It's great.
Listeners get it, Rip. The listeners get it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So recommendation of the week this week. Actually, my wife saved me last night. I found out about it from her. She was doing some online shopping. And Safeway. You guys have Safeways in Hawaii, DK, or an offshoot of Safeway? We have Bonds over here.
We got
Safeway. Yeah,
so everybody can use this. It's a holiday deal they're doing. Anyone can do it. It's their drive up and go service where you do your order online and then you go pick it up. So the deal is if you spend $75 at Safeway online, you get $30 off. So that's a great deal in itself. But the kicker is it includes alcohol. So my wife bought like 2 bottles of rum and a thing of brandy last night. $75 you have to spend, you get $30 off. So it's a value deal, a coupon. Anybody that has a Safeway or related store near them, the code is SAVE3, SAVE3. So that's it, man. I'm always the deal guy, DK, you know.
Nick B's looking for his notepad.
Bro, I'm writing that down. When
I said it includes alcohol, I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's right.
He's trying to get those silver bullets for free.
Say that again. What was the code? SAVE3?
SAVE3, SAVE3.
SAVE3. Definitely, bro. We usually go to Fry's, but I'm going to make a trip to Safeway. And I'm going to take advantage of that, bro. Great.
$30 is $30. Like tip of the cap to the Safeway marketing department. That will hook a lot of people. I'm probably too lazy. I do like the idea of ordering online. What do you just go pick it up in front of the store?
Yeah, it's super convenient. I mean, I'll answer this one for you, Rip. We do it at Fry's. The wife does the pre-order. You pull into the spot. You text what spot number you're in. They wheel out this little cart. Back in the no contact days, you just pop your trunk open. They'd put it in there. But now, I personally like to jump out and help them put it in there. But yeah, you don't have to.
You tip those
Is it the same over there? You know what? I've only done it a couple times, but I haven't tipped them. But now I kind of feel bad, like I should have.
Tipping's a whole nother episode, but yeah, it's always almost tip everybody nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of tip your gardener, tip your pool guy, tip your newspaper, tip your post office. It's a holiday season. That goes a long way. I'm reminding myself, I'm projecting myself because sometimes I will forget some holiday seasons and I don't want to forget this year. So projection is on. All right, Rip stole the whole show with Rex of the Week, so let's wrap the podcast off right up there. Everybody go get your $30 savings. Just kidding. Nick B, enlighten us. What's your recommendation of the week?
Yo, so for my rec of the week, I'm going to try to keep this short because I know I get long-winded sometimes trying to explain my thoughts, but this one does maybe take a little bit of explaining. So Nick B's got turf in the front yard, and now just recently I got a small little putting green installed in the backyard. It's freaking amazing. But my rec of the week is actually for the front yard, or the rec of the week is for anybody going to get turf at their house. This is a thought that I just came up with, and when I ran it by the guy who actually did my putting green, it was like his eyes opened up, light bulb moment. Maybe he was just pulling my chain here, but I was like, so part of the problem with your turf is that you have to use really large slabs, otherwise they have to cut it. And whenever there's a seam, probably similar to carpets, I don't know this, but the seam is what wears out the first, right? So if you're driving down the street, you're going to notice your house that has turf on it, there's most likely a seam that's noticeable. I said to the dude, I'm like, hey, why don't you, instead of doing it a couple huge slabs with one seam in the middle, I'm like, why don't you seam it and do it in strips so that it's going to look like the lawn was freshly mowed. So I don't know if you guys have seen a fake turf yard that looks like it was freshly mowed. Mine may be the first, but you're going to start seeing those, bro. That rec of the week. Let's go. Talk to me.
Get us a pic for social media.
That's all your idea, Nick B?
That's my idea, bro. Yeah. And he liked it. And my wife, well, she didn't like it as much, but that's because it was my idea.
The final. It could be actually. I don't think I've seen freshly cut fake grass, fake turf.
We need a pic for social media.
We need a pic, though. I need to see a pic. Yeah, you got to get it done. I feel like once it's late, it could be suspicious or it could be genius. And that's the world that you actually live in, Nick B. So fucking perfect.
True.
All right, my rec of the week, I'm going to keep it simple since both you had killers. I'm just going to give something that's valuable that everybody, I think, can use. That's made me feel really good this week. In the mornings, I wake up, I make coffee. I open my windows up. I'm sure like everybody does. I've started I go to turn on YouTube and I'll put on music and holiday music now, morning jazz, just a nice music. And always YouTube will have tons of music options with beautiful little backgrounds. And you want to set the vibe for your house. You want to set the vibe in the Wasatch Mountains, Nick B, while you're up there catching some pow. In the next coming weeks, big rich man skier up here. Rip, if you just want to chill a little bit and you want to be on the airplane flying to Hawaii, make sure you strap in your seatbelt. First of all, bro, did you see that flight with the turbulence where people hit their head?
Brutal, man. 20 people in the ER. Just crazy. People flying into the roof of the plane.
People might stop coming to Hawaii. Nick B, there was turbulence where people actually hit their head on the ceiling and got concussed. Also, apparently a woman down in Kihei got eaten by a shark last week. So
like totally eaten or just bit?
It's a Dateline NBC situation. She was out with her husband. He said he saw a shark. She then disappeared.
That's not true, bro. The sharks in Hawaii don't bite. They don't eat people, dude. They're having fun.
Lots of suspicions going on. If you want, Maui now is the news. I get if you want to look into it. Lots of reasons to not go to Hawaii. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the Bahamas is playing a trick on Hawaii right now and doing some bad PR on us. I don't know. Nevertheless, if you want to cheer up, put YouTube music on and watch the fireplace and listen to some holiday music in the morning. That's my rec. I also want to give some love to the power of soup. I had a wonderful neighbor who heard I was sick this week and put together a green chili pozole soup for me, which really actually helped part of the cure, I think. So big shout out to human beings. I thought people stopped doing that type of stuff. The second I stop it, they show up for a holiday season. They do something that impressed me. It makes me feel so good. So big thank you to my neighbor. What else? I got a fun fact. You can start playing the music, Rip. I got a fun fact. Blueberries are the only fruit named after a color. Think about it.
Orange, bro. What about an orange, bro?
Yeah.
One star moment of the week.
1 star moment of the week.
On
top of not being available for Nick B's audio test, which was your true 1 star moment of the week, because I was here 15 minutes early, ready to go. But
give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, 5 stars on Spotify, 1 star for DK, but 5 star for the rest of us. Happy holiday. We got something for you next week, Bills Mafia. Tune in. See you next week.
Vamos.